All right, I've decided to quit this whole fitness YouTube thing. Let me explain. For the better part of the last, I guess, almost 10 years, I've put out video after video after video, and most of the time the goal was to, besides help someone with the topic that I was filming on, the goal was to be highly rankable on YouTube, right? In other words, search engine optimization. And I thought about this today as I was having a conversation with a group of guys that I don't even know. And I started talking about my journey. I started talking about how I started as a trainer, and then I reached some big goals. I built a multi-million-dollar online coaching business, which is great. It's awesome. But there's a part of me that has started to feel not so authentic, just not really being myself. And I realize it's part of a bigger problem. It's part of a bigger problem that is social media. Social media, especially with fitness, is filled with people just trying to get popular, right? Just trying to get more eyeballs on their stuff. And listen, I've been one of them. Like, I'm not here to tell you that I'm some special snowflake that doesn't care about views and likes and comments. Of course I care about that stuff. But the problem is, there's so much information out there now. That's one of the problems, obviously, that there's too much information. But there's so much information that fitness has gotten boring. Right? It's gotten boring because you have so many people copying each other and just repeating things that someone else said, that someone else heard from somebody else. And next thing you know, you have thousands of people telling you all the same things. Now, the good news is they're oftentimes telling you a lot of the right things. And they're oftentimes giving accurate advice. But for someone like myself who has grown to pretty high levels, I'm an OG, I guess you could call it. Yeah, I'm not big here on YouTube yet. I mean, as of the filming of this iPhone camera video, I'm at 8,000 followers or something like that, I think, or maybe close to 9,000. Doesn't matter. 9,000 is a lot of people. I mean, have you ever been in a room full of 9,000 people? Is a lot of people. So whether or not this channel continues to grow or not, I'm putting my foot down, right? And I hope that you follow suit, or at least you feel like you can trust me more, all right? Because authenticity is a value, and it's something I value deeply. I love when someone is so authentic that you're like almost uncomfortable with how comfortable they are sharing things. You're like, wow, that person just flat out tells the truth. And I'm not sitting here saying I've lied to you about anything. I don't lie about stuff. I try to give very accurate information that will be helpful. I mean, that's why we've built True Transformation, because it is built off truth. And we're just going to expand on that. All right. Truth is not going anywhere. In fact, truth never goes out of style because it's truth. You know what else doesn't go out of style? Being authentically you. All right. And I think this is where fitness has gotten boring, because it's become this game of like, who can look the most aesthetic, who has the biggest biceps, who has the best abs. And like, really, all these fitness people are just competing for eye candy, right? Like who's got the most eye candy? Who's going to inspire you the most visually? Who's going to make the coolest looking video? And listen, I'm sure I'll bring back some really well-produced videos, and you know, we'll make it look nice for you, make the audio perfect, like all that stuff. But I'll just have you consider something about fitness. My hope is that fitness becomes background noise for you. And here's what I mean. Fitness is, at the end of the day, very simple. Yes, it's about movement, muscle, and meals. I've called it the 3M system now for years, and it's helped thousands of people. And will continue to help, hopefully, millions of people with this system. But man, it goes way further than that. Because fitness is really just a gateway to improving all parts of your life. And I can just tell you, it's improved mine dramatically. And it shows up when I need it the most. I'm reminded of how impactful fitness is during some of my toughest challenges, right? I'm be very transparent. I'm coming through a really tough period of my life right now where I questioned a lot of things. And I think it's because I reached some big goals and I got to the top of a mountain in some areas of my life, and I go, wow, okay, so life's going to go on and I still got other things I need to do. And it's a little bit of a sobering thought, but it's the perfect thought for what I'm talking about here, which is, man, yes, fitness is boring as hell. Like, hit your steps, go work out, eat better, control your calories, eat more protein, and put that on repeat. Now, below that though is some really cool stuff, right? Like hormone optimization, mastering your mindset, realizing you have way more pain tolerance, performance, like what are you capable of? And then obviously there's even more layers to that, which could be things like, do you actually feel authentically you, right? Do you feel comfortable in your own skin? Are you able to show up confident and say things that like might make people uncomfortable, but you're coming at it from a place of truth and love and realness that most people never express? Fitness does that for you if you use it the right way. So there's a couple things. Yeah, the basics are still the basics. And do we need to keep teaching the basics? Yeah, for sure. I think the guys I help and the performers, the high performers, the doctors, the lawyers, the people I work with, they need to remember how simple fitness is. But then once we get the simplicity back, let's move past it and let's just make it the foundation of our life and let's go do bigger things, right? Like, what can we do that's like so freaking fun and exciting that wouldn't be possible without fitness? How can we be even more transparent in our daily lives? Like, let's talk about struggles. Let's talk about the things that we go through as humans. Are there people doing it? Yeah, there's tons of people talking about their struggles and they're using their struggles to support their mission and they're helping millions of people. And I think for me, I just want to put my stance or my stake in the ground and say, hey, listen, true transformation is going to be about total optimization, not just, hey, let's get you ripped. Yeah, we'll get you ripped, dude, right? Like we'll get you the biceps, we'll get you the shoulders, we'll build your back, all the cool little things that have been, utilized as marketing slogans for years now. But what I really want to do is create things that I feel authentic about and also that I know will help you even more. Sharing behind the scenes stuff. Like, listen, I'm in this like super cool cabin in the middle of nowhere right now. And I'll be honest, I came here tonight, which as of the recording of this, we're heading into the week of Thanksgiving 2023. I came here tonight because I've been really going through it from a husband standpoint, from a fatherhood standpoint, and I needed to just get away for a night. I'm not ditching my family. I'm not running from anything. In fact, it was encouraged for me to do this by my spouse. She was like, yo, you need some time to yourself. Like, you need to go write, think. And man, I fought doing it. Like, I didn't want to do it. I was like, nope, I'm not driving 45 minutes, an hour away. Like, I'm not doing that. Feels weird coming out here by myself, right? A little spooky, if I'm being honest. Forgot my gun at home, which was stupid. But I got here and I immediately got on a call with some guys that I barely even know. And I realized how transparent I was on that conversation. The things I was saying were like just straight blunt and like to the point. And people were like, dude, like, this is awesome. Like, we appreciate you being transparent. And I was like, I appreciate you saying that because it makes me feel less boring. I'm sick of just telling you, hit your steps. I'm not saying I'm not going to be the guy who would tell you fitness stuff, but my point of this is I hope this inspires you. I hope this inspires you to get your shit together. Number one. All right. Like, stop letting health hold you back. Instead, utilize health to propel you forward. All right. Let's make fitness one of the cornerstones of your life. Use it to improve all parts of your life because it is the lowest hanging fruit to changing everything you do in a good way, right? You want to make more money? Get in shape, dude. Like, you want to be a better husband? Get in shape. You want to be a better dad? Get in shape. Like, nobody should walk around feeling uncomfortable in their own skin. That's just no way to live. I don't care if you're ripped, dude. Like, I don't care if you get the best biceps or whatever. Whatever's going to make you feel your best. If it's just how you look in a shirt, feel in a shirt, it's just how you wake up in the morning and you're like, oh man, I don't feel stiff. I feel energized. Like, I can help you do that. But I hope that as we move into this next year and beyond, that we can stop allowing fitness to be boring and make it one of the most exciting tools that you can use to improve all parts of your life, but also like show you things that most people won't show you, right? Like, most people aren't going to say, hey, I came to a cabin in the woods because I had a rough couple months at home. Like, no one's going to tell you that. But that's the truth. And it's not because my marriage sucks. It's not because my wife sucks. She's freaking amazing. She's the greatest person that I know. And I'm thankful for that. And I'm thankful for this time because it's a stake in the ground to say, hey, like, this is a moment that at least I'll remember. Maybe you'll never remember this moment and maybe you don't care. But my hope is that by me being more transparent, my brand, Josiah Fitness, Josiah Novak, and then our company, our movement of amazing people and community that is true transformation. I hope we can take a stand to eliminate the boring side of fitness and really shed a light on what health is. Man, from a spiritual standpoint, from a friendship standpoint, from a business standpoint, like, dude, there is nothing that I've encountered besides God and Jesus. There's nothing I've encountered more powerful than fitness. There just isn't. And guess what? It doesn't have to be this weird thing where you have to like train every day. You can optimize your hormones. You can look at special supplements that are healthy. You can go the route of TRT. You can do things like that most people won't talk about. Most people won't even touch on it. I'll touch on it from here on out. Most people won't talk about, how they still struggle with their inner fat kid. I'm going to tell you about it. I'm going to start showing you more day-to-day stuff. That's kind of what I'm getting at here. But anyway, I'm rambling, but you know what? I don't care. I just wanted to be real with you for once. I wanted to stop trying to script things out and produce things and make it look pretty. And I just want to be real. And maybe we'll do more of the pretty stuff. Maybe we won't. Maybe it'll just be stuff like this. Maybe I'll just take you through days of my life. Maybe I'll just sit down and film on my phone, or maybe I'll pull out a nice camera, which I don't have with me here tonight, or else maybe I'd use it, or maybe I wouldn't. Doesn't matter. My whole point is we have gotten to a place where fitness has gotten boring, dude. And it's time to put an end to it. And I can sit here from a place of being very successful with fitness. I've made millions of dollars and helped a lot of people by being relatively boring. Not because I'm not boring. It's just, I'm going to be even less boring, put it to you that way. But I've been just as guilty as these other guys, just trying to show the abs, the biceps, and be like, look at me, look how cool I am. And it's like, yeah, that gets you some followers, it gets you some likes, it gets you a false sense of security, I guess. It makes you feel better than other people sometimes, and you're like, I don't know, it just doesn't feel authentic. Do I love having abs? Yeah. Am I getting fat? No. Do I love being fully optimized and making sure my hormones are healthy? Yeah, I do love that. I monitor my hormones very closely. Do I plan on ever not being in shape? No. But I'm going to show you the ins and outs of truly what it takes and hopefully inspire you to be authentic in your own life, whatever it is that you do. All right. So appreciate you watching. If this resonated with you, let me know, I guess. leave some feedback. And let's build, man. Let's go from here. All right. Hope you're having a great one. Peace.